Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to today's video. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing just a general life update for you guys. It's been a while since I've just kind of sat down and just shared with you guys where we're at with our finances, with life, and what we are excited for next. But before we get into the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and also subscribe to my channel for more videos on budgeting, lifestyle, and all that good stuff. So I basically wanted to film this video with you guys because we have made a big change recently, and that is moving. As you can see, I have kind of a newer background behind me, and that is because we have moved. Previously, I shared with you guys that when we were paying off all of our debt, that we actually moved in with my parents, and that was a huge blessing for us to be able to pay off our debt so quickly. We paid off $87,000 of student loan debt in about 2.5 years, and that was by being very gazelle intense and just really making every sacrifice that we could to put every single dime to our student loans. And for our first year of that, we lived in an apartment by ourselves, and that was our first year of marriage. And after we came up on our 1-year lease with our apartment, our rent was going up $200 a month, which wasn't super great. And my parents very kindly offered for us to move in with them to finish paying off our loans. So we were in their house. We actually still paid them rent, but a smaller amount, and it was a really great situation. So we lived there for about 14 months and finished paying off all of our student loans, all $87,000 of student loans. And it feels so good to be debt-free. So we paid off all of our loans in October of 2017, and our initial plan was that we were going to save for a house because we really just desired to have a place of our own and have a house with a yard and the whole shebang. And so we were planning to move in about like February-ish, and we planned to buy a house. So that kind of changed a bit. Well, it definitely changed a bit once we became debt-free. So in November, we were just trying to figure out, what we were going to do next. We just paid off our loans, and we were planning to start saving for a house. And we just realized how expensive the market is. It is so expensive, you guys. We live in Portland, and in Portland, the market has just been crazy. I know it's been crazy all over the United States, but it's been so expensive here, and you really can't find an actual house in Portland that's not half burnt down for less than $320,000. So it's just definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot. And we want to make sure that when we make the biggest purchase of our lives, that it's going to be a smart decision. So we were just not feeling super great about buying a house at this moment in time, and we didn't feel that we were ready for that, and just couldn't feel like we could afford that and make it work in our budget for right now. I know that we actually got pre-approved for a house that was that price, but we knew that what our monthly mortgage payment would be, we would not feel comfortable spending right now with our current income and budget and everything. So we decided that we would rent, and so we were still planning on moving in February, which would give us a lot of time to save and would just make it, easy, and my parents were totally fine with having us for a little bit longer. So then about a week later, after we decided that we were going to rent, we started looking at apartments, trying to figure out exactly what we wanted. We went and toured a couple places, and they were within our price range of what we were willing to spend, but they were not good apartments, you guys. You walk in, it just smells like musty, mildewy. Do you know what I mean? It was just super old. It felt really gross, and we just kind of realized, this is what we're going to get for our budget. This is what we're going to have to make work. And so that was kind of a bummer, and we were feeling very discouraged. And then the next weekend, we went and toured an apartment complex that we thought that we wouldn't be able to afford, but we were just let's just go look at it anyway. So we went to this apartment complex, and we thought we just needed a 1-bedroom because there's only 2 of us. We don't plan to have babies, in an apartment right now for the next couple years or anything. So we thought, okay, we can just do, a 1-bedroom. And so they actually ended up showing us a 2-bedroom. And we looked at it, and it was so beautiful. And we really loved it. But again, there was no real reason that we needed a 2-bedroom. So then we went back to the leasing office, and the person who was showing us around told us that they were actually running a special for the 2-bedroom unit because a lot of people don't want to move in November, and I understand why, especially in Oregon because it's rainy and no one wants to move in the rain. It's right before the holidays. They were trying to get this unit rented out and didn't have anyone to rent it. So they gave us a wonderful deal, you guys. It ended up being exactly the price that we were wanting to pay for rent, and that we were looking at other places that were like gross and mildewy. We ended up getting an awesome price. Anyway, we got a really great deal on this apartment, and so that's where I am currently, and this is our 2nd bedroom. We have a 2nd bedroom. It's so crazy, you guys. So I've liked using this bedroom. There's not really a lot in here because we came from living with my parents, you know, in such a small place to now having a 2-bedroom. It's about 1,200 square feet, so way more space than we need, but it's so nice. Ended up being cheaper than a 1-bedroom actually, so it worked out really well. So we have been here for a couple months now, and we are just really loving it. It's so nice to be on our own, have our own space again, have my own kitchen, which has been so nice, and getting all my stuff out of storage too, which has been really fun to just get all my stuff back. So it's been a fun transition to moving and just being the 2 of us again. And now we are being very intense about our savings. So we have been able to put a little bit more into like a vacation budget and been able to save a little bit more for those fun things, but we're still being intense on saving for our emergency fund. So our goal right now is to save for about 6 months of expenses in an emergency fund. And if you guys are familiar with the Dave Ramsey plan, that's baby step 3. So we're working on saving all of that. So we're looking to hopefully save around $12,000 to $15,000. We'll see what we end up feeling comfortable with, but somewhere around there we're looking to save for, and then after that looking to save for a house. So I think that we'll be good. I think we'll be done saving for our emergency fund sometime in like May-ish, and then hopefully by next November we'll be able to have enough for a down payment for a house. And with that, I think that we will definitely feel a lot more comfortable about spending money on a mortgage. I'm excited to be able to have a house and be investing that way, and have a piece of property that we get to own and gets to be fully ours. But again, right now it's just not the perfect time for us, but I think that this coming November, that it'll be perfect as we have an emergency fund and just feel a lot more secure in our finances and savings. So with that, I just want to give you guys a quick update that we moved, and that I know we are renting again, but renting doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be an actually really great thing if you are not fully ready to buy. So with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.